What is up, family? Super excited to embrace one of the Abundance Life Coaching talks on belief. Super foundational for you to be able to really embrace the abundance that lives inside. I think that a lot of times we miss out on the belief that could exist inside. And belief is really just a continuous thought that is thought so repetitiously, so many times over and over again, that you actually end up believing it. As we start with thoughts, to think is to create. Everything that you see, this ring on my finger, the glasses on my face, the shirt on my body in general is a thought from God. Everything is a thought. It started with a thought. And then as you continue to focus on things, that's when a true energy can grow and be birthed from it. Where focus goes, energy grows is a huge principle in Abundance Life Coaching. And that transitions us into belief. I think it's so foundational. I think that really it's fun to tell things through stories. And one story that I'd love to embrace with you guys is the story on the 4-minute mile. The belief before the 1950s was that a human could not run a mile in less than 4 minutes. They truly believed fully that your heart would anatomically explode out of your chest, that you would die. And that would be the consequences of somehow being able to accomplish that feat. Then you have 1954, where Roger Bannister did that. He literally beat that. He slayed it. He ran the mile in less than 4 minutes. And what's so cool is literally in the same week, 120 people did the same thing. Then you go a couple months, 20,000 more people did it, including high school kids. So I ask you, what changed? All that changed is belief. The belief that it was possible. And I think a lot of us, if we could just replace, there's no way, I'm not equipped, I'm not qualified, there's no way that it could truly be me, or this value in me doesn't exist, I don't see it, there's no way. So if we could replace those things with 2 words, it's possible, that's really when things can start to take hold. You can start to embrace the abundance that exists inside of you and see that it's true. It can exist. You can be all that you could be. You could be, do, and have all that God has for you. As we look at that story with Roger Bannister, who was a trailblazer. I mean, he went and he did it. He did the thing. The 4-minute mile was broken. And after it was broken by him, so many others finally had the belief that it was possible. And that's all that they needed. So that's what I'm gonna say on this video right here, right now, is that God made you. And since he made you, I know that he doesn't make mistakes. So borrow my belief in you until you believe in yourself. Because I believe that you can seriously do it. I believe it. And I believe that I can too. That's why I'm making these videos right here, right now, because I think that all of us are set out to have the belief that there is greatness inside, that God really is not finished with us, that we are all unfinished masterpieces, and we can grow in it. We can grow through whatever it is, whether it's the high or the low. And not to forget to have that gratitude as we go throughout. So with the belief, I think that the thoughts, the ideas, the organized plans, like all those things are super important. What's foundational to each piece that I just said is belief. Let's say that there's sales going on. A lot of times my certainty and belief in the product or service is what's gonna sell it. It may not be what the product or service actually is, but my belief in it, that certainty is what's gonna sell you. It's what's gonna show you that it's actually possible and that it is so powerful that it could change your life. That conviction, if I was to know, let's say in belief, in sales or relationships or communication at whatever level, if you understand that you have something that could cure cancer, for example, you have something that could literally save lives, you know that you have a duty, an obligation, a responsibility to go out and share that with everybody. Everybody deserves to have a second chance. Everybody deserves to live a life of fullness and fulfillment. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm on a mission. I'm on mission and on purpose to live this life to the fullest and help other people do the same freaking thing. So if you had the belief and understanding and certainty that you had the cure to cancer, you're gonna go share it with everybody. And with that belief of knowing what you have, knowing what exists inside you that you can give to other people and save cancer in this situation, you're gonna go share it with everybody. Guaranteed. I mean, I can't think of any of us that would be so selfish to withhold that truth, withhold that love and that cure, that solution to other people. So that's what I wanted to get on here and say is like, guys, whatever the idea is that you have inside that's maybe been dampened down by your ego, maybe it exists for a reason. And maybe we can tap into that. Maybe we can sharpen it a little bit and show that there is a way to love at a higher level. All of us have a gift. It's exciting. One of the things for the belief is, my belief is sometimes still scattered by my programs. that exist in me. Programs that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy, that I am not lovable, that I'm just not worth it. And that exists from a small time in my life. And it kind of got reinforced in different ways for me to believe it even more. Yet I know the truth. And that is that those beliefs were lies that I created in my head and my heart. And that the resistance, the devil, whatever you want to call it, has helped me believe it. And then I lived it out. Then I'm not as effective in loving God and loving others and living a life of purpose and fulfillment. So it's now that I've figured out what the true belief can be in me and what the truth about me is, I can live life to the absolute fullest. I know that I'm an unfinished masterpiece, that there is greatness and abundance inside of me. I am abundant. I am loved. I am courageous. I am strong. I am beautiful. And so are you. So when I say all these things, belief is so foundational. And there are so many ways to build belief with yourself. And it's going to start with integrity. When I say integrity, a lot of people get to this virtuous place of what integrity is. And I think that we kind of mismatch that integrity has to be virtuous. No, it's not. Integrity is saying what you're going to do and doing what you're going to say. So if I tell you, hey, I need you to give me all the money in your wallet or I'm going to shoot you in the face, and you don't, shot you in the face. Done. That means that I was in integrity because I said what I was going to do and I did what I was going to say. I don't recommend doing that, by the way, what I just did in that situation. But that would be of a person of integrity because I said what I was going to do and I did what I said. And that's what all of us can do because as we build our integrity with ourselves, integrity is filled with self-approval. I think God's approval is huge and that's what I want to pursue in my life. But it starts with me. It starts with me. I cannot give what I do not have. So self-approval happens when I find things that I can create in my life to build belief. So one easy example is we look into the fact that you got to be before you can do and do before you can have. Beingness is a huge piece that a lot of people skip over. They go into what they do all the time and what they have. And they're not very grateful for what they have anyways. So they're missing out on that part too. And then what they're doing is full of fear and scarcity and lack, as opposed to changing their beingness from fear, whatever those things are that's changing the do. They could go to the be, make it courageous, make it confident, and then that changes what you're doing. So we call it your B5. I recommend 5 things at least that you can do every single day. You're gonna do the things to change the beingness. You're gonna show up for yourself every single day in this way to show yourself that you are capable, that you are responsible, and that you are contributing, whether good or bad. With a B5, let's say you start with a B1. And we get super simple, by the way. Some people, including myself, I get super overambitious. Oh, I'm gonna study freaking 2 hours a day of personal development. It's like, no, how about you start low, like progressive extremism. So first thing, maybe I'm gonna get a glass of water every night and put it beside my bed. And I'm gonna commit to myself and say, I am going to drink this every single morning, first thing when I wake up. I do that day 1. I do it day 2, day 3. I say what I was gonna do and I did what I said. I keep on going. And what happens is self-confidence builds within, because self-confidence is self-trust. So in that B1, as I continue to say what I was gonna do and do what I said, it starts to grow inside of me. I start to trust myself a little more. And it's cool when you can trust yourself, because then you're more unshakable in different various situations, to where you can live in a place of confidence and certainty and belief. And that will change the way that you show up for yourself, for others, for God, for every situation that comes. So guys, I just want to encourage us all to remain unshakable, to grow in our love and our ability to be the best that we can be. Because I know that we've all got what it takes. Feel free to message me, like and subscribe to this channel. I've got so much more content coming. We all do, all of us Abundance Life coaches. So keep your eyes out. We're super excited to keep on growing in love and being as abundant as possible. Love you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Claire.